Greetings, this is Mr. Royce coming at you guys with another video, and this is for all my SYSBM guys. Today I want to talk about why Educated Chris, why Working Class Will, and why Smart Steve will not come back to the community. The reason I'm doing this video is because there is a certain meme in the black sector of YouTube about the successful, educated black men coming back to the community to build a community. It sounds good. It gives everybody warm and fuzzy, but the problem with that is that you're talking about these men coming back to a community that are coming back to a population that rejected them oftentimes in the first place. First of all, let's get something straight. There is no black community because there's no way to economically sustain areas of the country that black people live in. That's really what you have. You have different areas of the country that black people live in. If you want to talk black communities, then you have to talk outside of the U.S. Outside the U.S., that doesn't exist. All right, now that that's out the way, these men worked hard. Your Educated Chris's, your Smart Steves, your Working Class Wills, they worked hard to get out of the conditions that they were in those neighborhoods. Most of the times those neighborhoods were very hostile to the types of men that tend to become your Educated Chris's, your Smart Steves, and your Working Class Wills. A lot of these guys, because they didn't join the gangs with Pookie, Ray Ray, and Buckshot Shorty, Lil Charles, and them, they were antagonized. And this is the same reason why Pookie, Ray Ray, Buckshot Shorty, and Lil Charlie Joe and them, this is why they joined the local gangs to begin with, was to get protection from the guys that are like them. And once they got that protection of the gang, they went out and enacted terrorism on your Educated Chris's, your Smart Steves, and your Working Class Wills. So you have that piece, and then you also have the fact that these guys may not have experienced the type of romance in those neighborhoods that they would have preferred. The choice girls, the choice women went to your Pookies and Ray Rays and your Buckshot Shorties and Lil Charlie Joe and all of those guys. And so those other guys, your Educated Chris's and Smart Steves, they looked at that as a situation of where there's nothing here for me. And so they worked hard to leave. And they got to experience different things in other places that were either positive experiences or at the very least neutral experiences, where if people really didn't like them, they just kind of left them alone. And this was far better than being terrorized for a lot of those guys. So, they're in situations that were manageable for them because they often felt alone in the communities, in the community to begin with. So now, all of a sudden, you have the people that terrorize them asking them to come back. That doesn't make sense. That's like a woman who gets beat up by her husband or boyfriend, and he tells her, well, you need to come back and take care of this family, even though I kicked you in your ass. Wrong answer. Not only that, there was no economic incentive for your Smart Steves, your Educated Chris's, and your Working Class Wills to stay in the community, because it's not like Pookie and Ray Ray put together a hood scholarship to help send these guys to schools, to college, to trade school, to the military, or wherever these guys picked up their education and skills at. Nobody said, hey, Joe, since, hey, Chris, come in, man. Since you a smart dude, you ain't about this neighborhood shit, we're going to put together this $5,000-$6,000 to help you with your school expenses because we take care of our own. That never happened in the history of hooddom. It's never ever happened. So, there's no economic incentive. So, this whole thing of getting these guys to come back and give you niggas jobs after you treated these guys bad, these guys aren't stupid. They clearly aren't stupid, and they're not going to fall for that. So it's pointless in asking these guys to do that. And then this whole thing with mentoring, you want them to come back and mentor the kids. You want the men that you didn't listen to come back and mentor the kids that you had. The same men you didn't listen to, you think your kids are going to listen to them? That's not going to happen either. What are you smoking in those loud packs? It's got to be something else. That's not going to happen. So, it's a waste of time, overall. So basically, leave them guys alone. If they leave, let them go. You can't shame them into doing what you want them to do because they don't care. First of all, they don't care. They know what their lives is like, and they drive through the hood on occasion to remind themselves that the hood really sucks. So it is what it is. Get Pookie, Ray Ray, Buckshot Shorty, and the rest of them guys. Figure out how to make them build a community that they're terrorizing and tearing up. This is Mr. Royce Media, SYSBM. I'm out.